For this very simple leaf watercolor study in wet in wet technique, I will take only 5 colors: permanent green, gamboge yellow, sap green, vermilion and cobalt blue. There will be no initial pencil drawing for this video. I will paint directly on the surface. So I hope you all will love it and you will learn how to control water and color together and how to create balance between them, because sometimes it looks very difficult to control water and color when we paint in wet technique. At the very beginning, I am wetting the paper with a large flat brush, and I am covering the whole page, with clean water. You can use spray also, or you can use flat brush for creating your paper wet. Make sure the paper should be thoroughly wet. Now I am mixing permanent green light with gamboge yellow and directly paint on the surface to create a very lighter green wash in the beginning. This color will stay as a leaf and the background will be darker. I also mix sap green and creating more depth and creating more maturity in the green color. You should not use sap green alone. Always mix with other colors. Using sap green alone will make your painting very dull and very unrealistic. Now I am creating the shape of the leaf with a larger flat brush. When you are painting in wet technique, you should use thicker pigment of color. If you use a lighter pigment of color with full of water in your brush, it will actually ruin your painting. So make sure that when you are painting in wet you should use thicker pigment of the color. The color should be thick and consistent. Do not try to color and do not try to create darker values at the first attempt. You should create darker values gradually, step by step, from light to dark. And this is the ideal technique for creating depth and creating darkness in wet technique. If you use very darker values at the very beginning, your color will spread away at the whole page. So be very careful about this. And I want to say something for the beginner. The first attempt is not supposed to be the good work. It will actually the practice and make yourself prepared for this accident. You should practice as much as possible, because wet technique is something to learn and you have to practice as much as possible. Thus you will be an expert of wet technique. It will require some time and it will require your patience, because first attempt will not create a good painting. Make sure that you are enough patient when you are painting wet with watercolor. Very lightly I am creating the edge of the leaf and the designs a leaf actually has in its body. And make sure that you are creating the depth gradually, step by step. Watch the video attentively and I believe you will learn something very special. When you are coloring and when you are experimenting with green, make sure you are following the rules of color wheel and don't break the grammar. You can't change the color unless you are very confident about your transparency and the softness. Try to copy the same color at the first layer and the second layer and the third layer, so you will get some fresh tones and fresh colors. Always try to mix other colors with sap green. Don't let your sap green come alone at the front of your painting. Good luck. Try some wet in wet techniques and show us. Thank you very much.